Hi there, John McAdams here. Thanks a lot for joining me in this video where we talk about Bergara's Premier Divide rifle. Now, Bergara announced this rifle back in 2022. As you may recall, that was a wild time with a lot of stuff going on in the world, especially in the shooting industry. Well, I received this particular rifle in 2023, chambered in 6.5 PRC. I've spent a lot of time shooting and hunting with it since then, and I'm going to tell you all about this rifle in this video. So the Bergara Premier Divide is a high-end rifle with lots of premium features. Like it has an AG composite stock with an adjustable cheek piece. It has Bergara's Premier Action, which is a little bit nicer than their B14 Action. Among other features, the Premier Action has a cone-shaped bolt nose for smooth feeding and dual ejectors. Rifle also has an adjustable Trigger Tech trigger, Bergara's new Cure carbon fiber barrel, Cerakote finish on external metal parts, and a nitride coating on the bolt. Rifles in the Premier family, to include the Divide, are made here in the USA in Georgia. Bergara ships over a barrel blank from Spain. Everything else is done in the United States. If I recall correctly, Bergara rolled out their new Cure carbon fiber barrels in 2022, same year they rolled out the Divide rifle. Now, these barrels tend to give you the best of both worlds, where they don't tend to heat up as fast, they tend to cool faster, they don't have a big point of impact shift from going between a hot and cold barrel, plus they are also lighter than a traditional steel barrel. I'll talk more about the accuracy I obtained with this rifle shortly. Now, these rifles are currently available in 6.5 PRC, that's what I have here, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 308 Winchester. 308 has a 1 in 10 inch twist rate, 22 inch long barrel. Both of the 6.5s have a 24 inch long barrel and a 1 in 8 inch twist rate. Now, this rifle is physically pretty large. It's a full-size stock, 24 inch long barrel with a muzzle brake on it. So it's not small, it's not compact, but since this is a carbon fiber barrel and this is a composite stock, it's not really heavy either. This one comes 7.4 pounds from the factory slick with no scope or anything like that on it. For what it's worth, that is the same weight as the Bergara Sierra rifle in 6.5 PRC. But the Bergara Sierra has a 20 inch long barrel in 6.5 PRC, whereas this is a 24 inch barrel. Now, like I mentioned, this rifle does have that omnidirectional muzzle brake. This muzzle brake is effective at reducing recoil, and it is very easy to remove as well. You can just unscrew it with your hand like that. The problem I have with this type of muzzle brake, and it's not limited to just the muzzle brake on Bergara rifles, is that when you shoot it in the prone, it tends to kick up dirt and dust and stuff like that everywhere because some of it is going down and a little bit off to the sides as well. So I don't like that about it. And like I said, that's not limited to just Bergara rifles. I have a Ruger Hawkeye N300 Win Mag that has the same problem. And when I would shoot that thing from the prone, I'd almost have to put a towel underneath the barrel to keep dust and dirt from going everywhere when I would shoot it. So I typically remove this brake and replace it with a suppressor. And thread pattern on this is 5H24, so it's a standard thread pattern. Very easy to do. Like I said, you just unscrew it with your hand and slap on a suppressor, and it's that easy. Now, like I mentioned, this rifle does have a very nice, very smooth bolt on it. It just feels a little bit nicer, everything about it, compared to other rifles, even other Bergara rifles with their B14 bolt as well. I have about 600 rounds of various ammo types through it, and like I said, no problems at all. Now, this rifle uses a detachable AICS style magazine. 3-round capacity for 6.5 PRC, 5-round capacity for 6.5 Creedmoor and 308. Now, this is one of the things I don't like about this rifle. As you can hear, the 6.5 PRC version of this rifle anyway has that metal bolt, and it does rattle around a little bit. That is annoying. I don't like it, but like you'll see here, you put some rounds in it, put some tension on that spring, put it back in. It's not as noisy. Put one more round in it and put the magazine back in. So it rattles around a little bit, but not quite as loud as it was when it was empty. I don't like external metal magazines in general for that reason, just because, animals will key in on that sound if you bang something onto metal like that. It's a minor thing that I don't like about it, and I don't know what kind of magazine they have in the 308 and 6.5 Creedmoor versions of the rifle. Other Bergara rifles I have with a 6.5 Creedmoor magazine in it use a polymer magazine, so that may be the case with the Divide as well. Not a huge deal, but something to keep in mind though. Now I also really like this AG composite stock. It has a good feel to it, good recoil pad. I especially like this adjustable cheek riser on it as well. Now you can see on this side, you adjust it with an Allen wrench, unscrew it, set it to the appropriate height, screw it back in, tighten it, and you're good to go. So how'd this rifle shoot? Shot great. Now it loved the 142 grain Akibon long range. That was actually the best loading I tried in it. Also really liked the 127 grain Barnes LRX. It also really liked a custom hand load from Pendleton Ammo with a 140 grain North Fork semi-Spitzer bullet. Surprisingly, did not shoot the 143 grain ELDX in the Precision Hunter line though. That was a little bit surprising. Usually most rifles really like that ammo. This is actually the first rifle I've ever shot that did not like that ammo. Now remember, this rifle has a 24-inch long barrel. Muzzle velocities were right there with all of that ammo compared to what was advertised. Now, like I said, this is a physically big rifle. It's not heavy, but it is big. With this 24-inch long barrel, you put a suppressor on it, it's even longer. Now, I'm videoing this where I do a lot of my deer hunting in Texas. As you can see, this is pretty thick country. It's not open country like on a pronghorn hunt, something like that. I do a lot of hunting out here from box blinds. Well, a rifle this big and awkward is not a really good choice for that sort of hunting. For instance, in 2023, I used this rifle with a Banish backcountry suppressor on it. So it is a shorter suppressor, but it is a couple of additional inches. Take off the muzzle brake, a couple of additional inches on the end of this 24-inch long barrel. And I shot that doe out of a box blind. It worked, but I had to be very careful maneuvering this rifle around in the deer stand to get it out the window and make that shot on her. I would have appreciated a rifle 6 to 8 inches shorter in that particular situation. Now, I also recently shot a feral hog with this rifle, just a couple hundred yards from where I'm standing right now with that 140 grain North Fork semi-Spitzer I told you about a minute ago. That was a shot from the prone at night going straight down a logging road. The size of the rifle was not a handicap in that situation, but I also didn't really need the capabilities of that rifle either. The shot on the axis was about 50 to 55 yards. Shot on the hog was 75 to 80 yards. I made good shots in each case. Neither animal went far afterwards, but lots of rifles would have worked great in either one of those situations. But I was also using that rifle outside of its ideal use case in both of those hunts. Now, Bergara advertises this rifle as bridging the divide between a hunting rifle and a tactical rifle. And I think that is a good description of what this rifle is best used for. Now, in my mind, this is an ideal rifle for an open country hunt in rolling terrain, like a pronghorn hunt, for instance, like this one I went on in Colorado several years ago with my Bergara Wilderness Terrain, where you're in open country like that, not extremely challenging terrain, but you have the possibility of a long shot where you can really take advantage of all the capabilities of this rifle, both in terms of your accuracy and the high muzzle velocity you get with this long barrel, as well as the fact that it's just a really awesome, stable shooting platform that really facilitates shots at longer range. I would not say it is ideal for a really rugged backcountry hunt. Like I said, not really heavy, but not light either. It'll work, but it would not be my first choice for that sort of hunting. Something like the Crest Carbon, I think, would be a better choice for something along those lines. Now, this is the sort of rifle where it would definitely work if you wanted something that you could shoot competitively with and take hunting, where you don't necessarily need something really lightweight and compact, but at the same time, you also do want the capability to reach out and touch something if you have to. Now, I've engaged targets up to 500 yards with this rifle. That's the longest range I have easy access to, close to where I live, but it worked great out that far, and it made it almost easy engaging targets out that far. Bipod up front, rear bag in the back. I had a VX5 scope on the rifle at the time, dial it to the appropriate range. Crosshairs where I want to hit, squeeze the trigger, target is hit. This is a premium rifle with lots of high-end features. It is a wonderful choice for someone that wants a rifle with lots of long-range capability that is in a package that is not excessively heavy either. So it is a good crossover between that precision shooting and really good hunting rifle. As I record this, MSRP for the 6.5 Creed and 308 versions of this rifle is $27.99, 6.5 PRC $28.49. Now this rifle does not come cheap, but you also can't buy the individual components and assemble it yourself for less than what Bergara sells it for. Fortunately, I have arranged for an exclusive discount code you can use to purchase a Bergara rifle to include the Divide directly from Bergara on their website. You can purchase directly from them. They'll just ship it to your FFL. Click the link in the video description or in the pinned comment. Fill in your contact information there so I can send you this exclusive promo code that'll get you 10% off all purchases directly from Bergara on their website, both for rifles and for accessories. My Patreon supporters at the highest level will get a special 15% promo code. Link to my Patreon account is in the video description and pinned comment as well. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that like button on this video so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day and good hunting.